feeling overwhelmed by the constant noise and seeking genuine tranquility. You're not alone. The search for ultimate peace often leads us down complex paths. But what if the answer lies in the story of a forgotten figure whose journey holds a powerful yet overlooked secret? Get ready to unlock an ancient wisdom that's surprisingly relevant to your modern struggles. Who was Zeno of Citium? You might not have heard his name, but his ideas have quietly shaped the world for over 2,000 years. Picture this: a wealthy merchant in ancient Greece, his ships laden with a rare, prized purple dye. He's sailing the Mediterranean, the world at his fingertips. Then, disaster strikes. What would you do in that situation? Most of us would be crushed. We'd feel despair, anger, a sense of cosmic injustice. But Zeno's reaction was different. Instead of falling apart, he simply said, "Well done, Fortune. You are driving me to philosophy." He realized that everything he had lost was external, things outside of his control. His wealth, his status, his possessions, they were never truly his to begin with. They were merely on loan from the universe. This shipwreck was the catalyst for one of history's most resilient and practical philosophies, Stoicism. Zeno, washed ashore in Athens, wandered into a bookstore and began reading about Socrates. He was hooked. He eventually started teaching his own ideas, not in a grand academy, but in a public space called the Stoa, or the painted porch. That's where Stoicism gets its name. His school was open to everyone, rich or poor, citizen or slave. So, what is this ancient wisdom that Zeno discovered? At its core is a simple but life-altering idea: the dichotomy of control. We waste so much energy worrying about, stressing over, and trying to manipulate these things. It's like trying to command the tides. It's exhausting and ultimately futile. But what can we control? Our thoughts, our judgments, our responses, our actions. It comes from mastering our inner world, our own mind. It's not about being emotionless. It's about not being controlled by our emotions. External events can still happen, wheels still face challenges, setbacks, and losses, but they no longer have the power to destroy our inner peace. How much of that stress comes from trying to control the uncontrollable? You can't control how someone else reacts in an argument, but you can control your own words and whether you choose to respond with kindness and patience. You can't control the curated perfection you see online, but you can control how much time you spend on it and how you value your own real, imperfect life. His shipwreck wasn't the end of his story. It was the beginning. He discovered that the only thing of true value is virtue, living a life of reason, courage, and justice. Everything else is what the Stoics call an indifferent. Health, wealth, reputation, they are preferred. Sure, it's nice to have them. So how can you start applying this? It begins with a simple practice. And ask yourself, is this thing that's bothering me within my control or outside of it? If it's outside your control, practice letting it go. If you're stuck in traffic, you can't control the cars in front of you. But you can control your breathing, the music you listen to, or whether you use that time to listen to an interesting podcast. It's about making a conscious choice to shift from being a victim of circumstance to being the master of your response. It's a lifelong practice, a training of the mind. Just like you go to the gym to train your body, you practice stoicism to train your soul for resilience. Zeno taught for decades, living a simple and humble life, embodying the very principles he preached. He showed that you don't need a ship full of treasure to be rich. True wealth is a mind at peace with itself, a character that can withstand any storm. He teaches us that our circumstances don't define our happiness, our responses do. The ultimate tranquility you're searching for isn't in a quieter place, but in a quieter mind. It's a power that has been waiting for you, hidden in plain sight for over 2,000 years. All you have to do is claim it. What is one thing you're worrying about that's outside your control? Acknowledge it, and then focus on what you can control, your next action. That is the path to true peace. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more wisdom that can transform your daily life. Let me know in the comments how you plan to apply the dichotomy of control.